I'm sure you'll have a great time. We'll be seeing a lot of each other. You'll see the council members at some of the events, and thank you again so much. Appreciate it. Sure.
Hold on a minute, guys. Trying to put the council meeting up there. The council meeting up there.
All right, we'll move on to the state of the events and the announcements of upcoming events. Ms. Gonzalez?
Thank you, Mayor. There's quite a few, so hang in there with me. The first one's going to be this Saturday, June 26th. It's going to be music and movies in the park, girls' night out. It's going to be at Pickle Park. 7 o'clock, the music kicks off, Carbon Lily, and then at 8:30, Dirty Dancing. On Thursday, July 1st, is the joint council workshop with the Schertz Housing Authority Board in the council chambers, 8:30 to 10:30. Again, Thursday, July 1st, we'll kick off Parks and Recreation Month, and Parks will be hosting free popsicle parties every Thursday at a different park in Schertz in the month of July. So the first one will be held on Thursday, July 1st at Ashley Park from 6 to 7 p.m. On Friday, July 2nd, is the Project Flag Line. This is going to be when volunteers and staff will assist in placing the flags along Schertz Parkway. So if you're interested in volunteering, you'll need to meet that morning at the parking lot adjacent to the Johnny McDowell Sports Complex in front of this Schertz Civic Center at 7 a.m. And then you'll be divvied up into groups, and at 7:15, you'll drive to your assigned location and place flags along the hallway or the parkway. And if there's anyone who has trouble with creating an account or registering on Civic Rec, they can contact Michelle Yang in the Parks Department at 619-1635. Sunday, July 4th is our 4th of July Jubilee celebration. I know Mary went over the schedule a couple weeks ago. The Freedom Run 5K begins at 9:15. The parade is at 9:30. And the Kids Carnival opens at 11 a.m. at Pickerel Park. Family zone and food vendors are going to begin at 5, live music at 6, and then the fireworks will conclude at 9:15. Monday, July 5th, the city offices will be closed in observance of the 4th of July holiday. Tuesday, July 6th is going to be our next regularly scheduled city council meeting. And then also a note on here from the city secretary's office, the city of Schertz will be holding its general election on November 2nd for the purpose of electing council members in place 6 and place 7. Any candidate desiring to have his or her name on the official ballot shall file with the city secretary. The filing date is no sooner than July 17th, but since the 17th falls on a Saturday and city offices are closed, the date is moved to Monday, July 19th, and no later than Monday, August 16th. So again, any questions, contact the city secretary's office, and that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. All right, we'll move on. Announcements and recognitions by our city manager, Dr. Brown.
I have none tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Announcements and recognitions by the mayor. I do have a couple. First, I'd just like to point out that a couple of days ago, Congressman Vicente Gonzalez visited the city of Schertz and presented the city with a check for $9,166,792.19. This is part of the American Relief Plan, and we appreciate the opportunity to get this money and use it in places that we need here in our city. And I'd just like to say thank you to Congressman Vicente Gonzalez. Also, want to make want to clarify a point concerning Gutierrez Park. We had a discussion about the name change of Gutierrez Park. We're actually not changing the Gutierrez portion of it. We are just changing the type of park. It is it's going from the Xeriscape Park to the Garden Park, Gutierrez Garden Park. So the name Gutierrez is still going to be part of that park. Okay. And we'll move on to the hearing of residents. This time is set aside for any person who wishes to address the city council. Each person is limited to 3 minutes, and we ask before addressing the council to state their name and address. And I believe no one signed up, so we'll move on to consent agenda items. Consent agenda items are self-explanatory, and information packets are provided to the council and available for public viewing. These items require no separate discussion unless requested by council. Item number 1, the approval of the minutes of our regular meeting of June 8, 2021, and our special meeting of June 15, 2021. Item number 2, resolution number 21R55. A resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing a community development block grant program cooperative agreement with Bexar County, Texas, and other matters in connection therewith. Item number 3, the appointment of Susan Rayford to the Historical Preservation Committee. I think Ms. Rayford is here. She's joining us. Thank you for volunteering, and thank you for your time and energy. Item number 4, resolution number 21R56. A resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, approving and authorizing a right-of-way easement with Guadalupe Valley Electric Corporation Incorporated on the City of Schertz 27 Commercial Place property and other matters in connection therewith. Item number 5, ordinance number 21S20. An ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, amending the official zoning map by rezoning approximately 1.824 acres of land from General Business District GB to General District Business, from General Business District -2 to GB2, located approximately 5,500 feet east of the intersection of Shaw Road and IH-35, Access Road, 6420 IH-35. Also known as property identification number 67796, City of Schertz, Comal County, Texas. The final reading. And Mayor Pro Tem, will you read the others?
Item number 6, ordinance number 21S21, an ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, amending the official zoning map by rezoning approximately 6 acres of land from General Business District and Manufacturing Light District to General Business District and Manufacturing Light District, located approximately 2,000 feet west of the intersection of FM 2252 and IH-35 Access Road, 18735 IH-35, also known as Comal County Property Identification Numbers 78020, City of Schertz, Comal County, Texas. Final reading. Item number 7, ordinance number 21S22, an ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, amending the official zoning map by rezoning approximately 61 acres of land from General Business District, Single Family Residential, Agricultural District, and Planned Development District, PDD, to Planned Development District, located at 9661 East FM 1518 North, 10105 East FM 1518 North, and 7901 East FM 1518 North, also known as Bexar County Property Identification Numbers 309889, 309923, and 1058761, City of Schertz, Bexar County, Texas. Final reading. Item number 8, ordinance number 21T25, an ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing an adjustment to the fiscal year 2020-2021 hotel occupancy tax budget for the purpose of Civic Center chairs totaling $44,887.50, repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with this ordinance and providing an effective date. Final reading. Item number 9, ordinance number 21H24, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Schertz to amend ordinance 20H18 to establish an expiration date for the declaration of local disaster to June 22nd, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. Final reading. Item number 10, resolution number 21R57, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing EMS debt revenue adjustments, utility billing debt revenue adjustments, and Schertz Magazine debt revenue adjustments for certain inactive outstanding receivables and other matters in connection therewith. And item number 11, resolution number 21R58, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with DAC Inc. of New Braunfels, Texas, for the installation of the security systems as part of the Fleet Maintenance Building project and other matters in connection therewith.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Council, is there any of these consent items need to be removed for separate action?
Mr. Mayor, can we pull item number 10?
Okay, number 10. Council, any others? All right, is there a motion to approve consent agenda items 1 through 9 and number 11?
Second.
Okay, we have motion made by Councilmember Hayward, second by Councilmember Dalla. Any other comments, Council? If not, let's go ahead and call for the vote.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
We have 6 ayes, no objection, motion passes. All right. We'll move on to item number 10, resolution number 21R57. A resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing EMS debt revenue adjustments, utility billing debt revenue adjustments, and Schertz Magazine debt revenue adjustments for certain inactive accounts, receivables, and other matters in connection therewith. Mr. Walters, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is James Walters. I'm the Finance Director for the City of Schertz. And if you have any questions over this item, I'd be happy to answer them.
Mr. Davis.
I just wanted to make sure that when we just had the workshop on the American Rescue Plan, the funds that we've received from the federal government, that we're adequately looking at 2 of those categories under the debt adjustments, utility billing and EMS billing, because I would venture to say that there's got to be some of those accounts where somebody has not paid due to the recent pandemic, where that should be a easy correlation to move some of those funds as lost revenue to the city. I can't imagine any reason why they would not qualify, correct?
Yes, those are lost revenues, and per council's directions, we are looking into those, researching, getting a dollar amount related to EMS and outstanding water bills. What you have before you tonight is write-offs. It's an accounting procedure. For accounts greater than 180 days, we'll never get those. So any action tonight won't affect what we bring forward to you regarding lost revenue.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, if there's no other questions, I'll make a motion to approve 21R57.
Second.
All right, we have motion to approve resolution number 21R57 made by Councilmember Davis, second by Councilmember Hayward. Council, any other comments? If not, let's go ahead and call for the vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. We have 6 ayes, no objection, motion passes. Thank you. We'll move on to item number 12, public hearing, ordinance number 21S26. An ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, amending Part 3 Schertz Code of Ordinance and the Unified Development Code subsections within Article 5, Article 9, and Article 14. Specifically for the creation of the Main Street mixed-use new development zoning district, appealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with this ordinance, and providing a severability clause and providing an effective date. This is our first reading. Ms. Delgado, you have the floor.
Evening, Mayor, Council. So as you guys all know, we have have an existing zoning district, Main Street mixed use, that is designed for the properties along Main Street to allow increased flexibility in terms of buffering requirements, parking requirements, but it's not really designed for a property owner that wants to come in, tear down that existing structure and build a new structure. So in order to try to assist those property owners that wanted to go through that, staff felt that creating a new zoning district, Main Street mixed use new development, would be the most appropriate course of action. So that's what this proposal is tonight. It's basically built exactly off of that Main Street mixed use existing zoning district with some additional caveats in terms of parking, reduced setbacks, things of that nature. And then there's some associated UDC amendments in terms of providing exemptions for the 8-foot masonry wall and the 20-foot landscape buffer in between commercial and residential properties. That really just doesn't make sense in Main Street when we're trying to allow that flexibility for property owners to go residential to commercial. So I'm happy to go through all the slides and hit every single one of the UDC proposed amendments, but really just wanted to kind of explain it's basically exactly the same as Main Street mixed use, except designed for a property owner that wants to tear down and build that new structure.
Thank you, Ms. Delgado. All right, council, floor is open for discussion. Yes, Councilmember Scagliola. Oh, I'm sorry, it is a public hearing. Excuse me for a moment. This item is on the agenda as a public hearing. Is there anyone in attendance who would like to address the council? Going twice? All right. Public hearing is now closed. All right. Council, floor is open for discussion. Councilmember Scagliola.
Yeah, I was just wondering, this seems like an isolated incident. And I hate to start making changes to or adding new zones and whatnot for isolated incidences. Do you see this as a continuing concern for Main Street?
So I think that any property owner that wants to tear down the existing structure on one of the properties on Main Street would face these exact same issues. They're going to, as soon as you tear down that structure, then that new structure has to comply with everything in the UDC. So without some of these exemptions, like reducing the 15-foot landscape buffer along Main Street to just 5 feet as proposed, they're going to have those same struggles. So I do see that as it could be a continuation of if property owners wanted to tear down and build new structures. Yes, sir. So Ryan just mentioned that this would also apply to any property that's a vacant lot. They would run into those exact same challenges.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
All right, Councilmember Davis.
Now they turned on the sound. This is the exact behavior to expect from Schertz.
If it was an old residential lot that may have required a single driveway, are we sort of hamstringing any kind of a new structure on a particular lot if we turn around and say, it's going to require 2 parking spaces or 5 parking spaces? Because the lower end of that one category is 1,500 square feet, and that's typically what you would probably see in a home built back in the 50s and 60s in that area. And again, looking at what we see along Main Street, you see a singular driveway with a singular parking spot in most cases. And now we're saying if someone comes in with a new building, depending on the use, it could be 1,500, 2,000 square feet in potentially 5 off-street parking spots.
Looking at me, Councilman, when you said that, and I'm happy to.
No,
Man, I don't know if Emily was going to look
I'm
at
just-
me either.
I'm just looking at the expert.
Cat
because, again,
fight.
Looking at the constraints of Main Street,
Darn it.
and the fact that we are putting in a significant effort to put in, as it stands right now, a minimum of 2 public parking spots, and we're identifying specific on-street parking. I just wondering if that is a little bit too constraining.
So I will stand up here and say, likely you will see us up here at some point in the future saying, hey, remember that Main Street mixed-use new development? And they questioned the Councilman Davis asked, and we said, no, it'll be fine. Well, it wasn't fine in this case, and we have a problem. We have to come up with a solution. So likely we will hit something with it. Here's part of why staff structured it the way we did. Most of those structures on Main Street are fairly small. You sort of know what you're going to get. Their size and their scale is limited. So we were okay going with the 2 parking spaces. With this district, we're not quite as locked in, and so we're not quite as confident to say, let's go with the 2. The advantage that developers here have is inherently with the new development, they can parking, and that's really the challenge we have on those old houses. The way they're structured, it's really hard to get more parking. What we've seen, and frankly, to Councilman's Cap, we have a couple people kicking around who sort of need this district. They're able to sort of work within this. So we think it's a good place to start, but yes, likely we will be back up here at some point in the future saying we need to make some adjustment. But I think staff would rather be a little more conservative on the front end and be up saying, all right, it doesn't work for this project. What do we need to do different? Then we start hearing from folks going, oh, we have a mess now. That wasn't what we anticipated. Now we've got a bigger problem. That was our thought process. And I will say that I think
You know what?
agreed with your point, and that's why they
I'm
made
having a bunch of technical
the recommendation
difficulties.
to be to modify
I'll come back
those parking
when I've
standards to
got
provide
them
for it.
fixed. If I don't show up, you'll all know that couldn't get it fixed. So I guess I'll talk to you all later. Remember, as always, sharing is caring. Always be a good neighbor to each other. All right, guys. Bye.